Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, June 8th, 2023. The address we're inspecting today is 860 Northeast 14th Avenue, Canby, Oregon, 97013. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before beginning this video inspection is being up to some age sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, Norgeberg, may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 4-inch cast iron piping. We are running some water from the basement bathroom sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Now, right off the bat, right from the get-go, because of the older cast iron piping, we would recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on this pipe. And really, any galvanized piping in the home should be considered like a deferred cost item. And I'll keep my fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going. But most likely, we'll need some attention in the future here. Even if it looks to pass inspection today, again, it's metal piping in the moist northwest soil all day long, every day. Probably going to need some attention in the future. So we'd recommend monitoring, even if it passes inspection, like I said, and repair or replace as needed. As we turn this corner, so just 8 feet in front of the cleanout, you can see we're some pretty marginal pitch through here. Lots of debris, kind of pushing through a bunch of junk. Hard to say what's going on, but we do have complete blackout. There's so much debris. So it looks like the pipe was in process of having some issues, unfortunately. Wow, so yeah, we're pushing through blockage at this point. So 8 feet straight ahead, and then we take a right-hand turn, and then we're just pushing through large amounts of sewer goo. 8 feet, completely submerged. There you can see that we go completely through a blockage. And we just have complete blackout. So the pipe was in process of starting to back up, it looked like. We've come out of it there. Let's see if we can tell where we come out of that blockage. So between 8 feet and 22, we're underwater. So that's a pretty significant belly in the line. So we go straight ahead 8 feet, we take a right-hand turn like we're heading towards the driveway, and from 8 to 21 feet we're completely submerged and the pipe was in process of having issues. Then we take a left-hand turn and we're going to the street in front of the house, and it looks like it clears out, and away we go. Looks like the pipe's going to transition here, so at 24 feet signifies a few things. It signifies transitioning pipe size, so 4-inch pipe into a much larger pipe. Signifies transitioning pipe materials, cast iron into concrete, and then lastly we're transitioning into a branch off the city lateral piping. Unfortunately, we go underwater again. Oh, and there's some roots. This is some pretty good root penetration at 26 feet. There's some more root penetration right before the lateral. Right before the lateral we have some more root intrusion, and then we have the city lateral 51 feet. So because of, what is that? That's like a 13-foot water belly. Because of root penetration at 2 points, the sewer pipe fails inspection. I'm going to turn off the water, I'm going to drain everything out, and I'm going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse. But unless it significantly clears up with the water off, again, the sewer pipe failed inspection. So we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to make suggestions for repair or replacement, whatever he deems to be the necessary fix here. But the pipe was in process of blocking or backing up. We pushed through gobs and gobs of goo, especially when we turn towards the west. That again, it's between 8 feet and 21 feet. The pipe was in process of blocking or backing up there. We did clear a little bit of it, but again, the sewer pipe looks like it's getting ready to have some issues. I'm going to turn off the water and the microphone, drain everything out, and then look at the pipe one more time in reverse. Okay, so the water has been drained out. I'm going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse.
Monitor her, and the other routine says, well, you'll be fine, just lay low and
No, I feel with monitoring because I'm a fussy mama and I can monitor her.
And so right at 50 feet, there's root penetration there in the concrete piping.
she just felt weird. I had a blood clot 2 years ago, and it was painful. I didn't have any pain, and she's got way more than I did, and she just felt funny when she took a deep breath, and it got worse, and so she went in.
Well, I'm glad they found it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.
If you need all of us, right?
All right, so this is 50 feet, and I do have the microphone going. You guys want to see?
This is the sewer.
Yeah, and I'm recording, and Mike's going. Just FYI, you're welcome to talk, but it'll be on your video. You'll have it forever and ever. Okay, so at 50 feet, we have root penetration.
Oh, no, that's bad.
So, and that's in the road, so that's at a connection out there in the roadway. So that one, as far as getting that repaired, you might want to check with City of Canby to see what the deal is there. Older concrete piping. So now we're coming onto the property. Like I said, I have turned off the water, drained everything out. There's an area, there was a 13-foot water belly with the water running, so I've turned off the water, I've drained it out, and so we're curious to see how that area reacts with the water off. Our drain pipe should drain when we turn off the water, so we're going to run a test on that area right now.
13 feet deep.
13, the length of it was 13 feet.
That is not showing properly?
Yeah, and I was pushing through lots of goo, so the pipe was in process of blocking or backing up. It was in process of having some issues.
Oh, I could move too.
So far the footage is better than the Blair Witch Project.
That's a giant bee behind you on the ground. Do you see that giant bee right there?
Yeah, I'm allergic to them too. So
All right,
Are
here's
you allergic?
here was the
Thank you,
more
Will.
significant root penetration there. So you can see that this is a large pipe, so probably 8 inches, and at least half of it is taken up with roots. So
Oh, that's bad.
again, that's definitely like a blockage concern.
Okay.
That's 26 feet right over by the tree there.
Okay. Could it be the tree?
It probably is the tree, yeah. And then here's the area that I wanted to run a test on. So
Because
this-
the water's still there.
yeah, it should drain, because with the water off, everything should make its way through this pipe. So let's see how it reacts. Yeah. Okay, so 21 feet we're under, and this was my bigger concern of anything. So we're just completely submerged. I can feel just the amount of sludge that I'm pushing through. So it was solidifying in the pipe. It was only a matter of time before we start to have blockage and back up the shower in the basement. So we just have complete blackout. There's just so much goo.
Then it goes up
What
into
does that
the
mean,
house.
so much goo?
Nothing's draining. This is years of poop.
Oh, so you're right, we don't want to see this.
Still better than the Blair Witch Project.
So if it doesn't, then it comes back up and then you have it in your...
Yeah, I mean your shower.
And we're starting to come out of it. So this is
Way too close now.
this is kind of what it should look like with the water off. You
Right.
know, everything should have made its way through the line. So again, at about 12.5 feet, we go underwater, and we are just completely submerged. It's solid poop in there.
Oh boy.
And that's not even the root tree.
Well, that's the one
That's
thing I
not
was worried
even the
about because it
roots,
hasn't had
no.
to have a house inspection since 1970 whatever.
And then we come out of it.
So Matt, do you think the seller would have seen this somewhere in the house?
We're still recording here. I don't know if that matters to you. 21 feet, so 12 to 20, what do we say, 12.5 is with the water off, still about a 10-foot water belly. So I'm gonna locate this area and just get an idea where it's happening. But again, the sewer pipe fails inspection based on the pipe in process of blocking and backing up and root intrusion in a couple areas. I'm gonna finish the inspection, and then I'll turn off the recording, and then I'll locate the pipe.